welcome back to Everyday Matters with Tari. I'm here to give you tips to help you live your dreams, achieve your goals, and become the best version of yourself. You've clicked on this video because you want more, you're extraordinary, and you want to live the best life ever. So today, let's talk about the power of identity. And welcome back to Everyday Matters with Tari. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing by clicking the subscribe button on your right hand side so you can learn more about personal growth and development, relationship, and lifestyle. But for today, we're going to be talking about the power of identity. Identity is who you are, how you see yourself, what you think about yourself, and how other people see you. Okay, and this is really important because how we see ourselves determines what we are able to do and what we decide not to do. The steps we want to take and the step we refuse to take is determined by our beliefs about ourselves. Now, I want you to take a few minutes and just ask yourself, how do I see myself? What are the beliefs that you have about yourself? Do you see yourself as a success or do you see yourself as a failure? Do you see yourself as a go-getter or do you see yourself as someone that can't do it? Do you see yourself as a procrastinator? Do you see yourself as a failure? Do you see yourself as a drug addict? What are the beliefs that you have about yourself? Do you see yourself as someone that can't do it, as someone that can't succeed because there are other people that are better than you? Do you see yourself as being ugly? Do you see yourself as not being enough? So these are some common things we see and we believe about ourselves. And I want you to take some minutes to think about it, really think deeply about it. How do I really see myself? About ourselves is what creates us, is what creates the boundaries in which we live our lives. So the beliefs you have yourself will determine what steps you are willing to take. There are some people that won't take steps because they believe that it's not worth it. They believe that they won't succeed in any way. I was listening to a video by Les Brown a few days ago, and he talks about getting a job in his younger days. He got a job as a sales agent. And what happened is every time he knocked on a door, he had to go from door to door trying to sell whatever his company had given to him. And every time he knocked on each door, the person would open the door and just swear at him or just bang the door or say something nasty to him. He went, the first day he went with his friend or his colleague at work, and what happened is as soon as they did the second one, the other guy said, you know what, I can't do this. He went back to the car. But Les Brown kept going. He kept going, knocked on one door, knocked on another door, and then eventually he got a sale. And what he said is that in his head, he said to himself, you know what, amongst these 100 doors that I will knock, there will be one yes. Okay, it was that one yes that kept him going. Okay, so he kept going and eventually he got there. So this can also be applied in our lives. Do you try something and fail and decide, you know what, I'm not doing it because I don't think I can do it, or I think this is not for me? Or will you keep striving? Will you keep going? Okay, and the truth of the matter is that those that keep going, those that keep pushing are the ones that actually make something happen. Those are the ones that actually get a breakthrough. There's a popular saying that the difference between those that succeed and those that do not succeed is the fact that those that succeed push and continue to go even when it is difficult. Why those that don't succeed get to a difficult place and say, you know what, I can't do this. Okay, so it's a belief, the belief system they have about themselves, the belief they have about what they can do and what they cannot do. And I was listening to Anthony Robbins. He said one of the major things, the major needs we have in our personality is for our characters to be consistent with our beliefs. And that is so true. What we believe about ourselves determines our character. It determines what we can do. There are some people that say, you know what, I'm a drug addict. Okay, they say I'm a drug addict, and no matter what they do, they won't be able to stop it. So even though they decide that, you know what, I want to stop taking drugs, or maybe I'm a procrastinator and I want to stop procrastinating, because I believe in my heart or in my mind that I'm a procrastinator, even if I try a few times, I will also fall back to the person who I am. That is who I am. That is who I've told myself I am. Okay, so there's a difference between being something, doing something, and believing that you are that thing. So we all do stupid things at times. We all procrastinate. I procrastinate sometimes. There's something I've been wanting to do in my room for such a long time and I keep putting it off. I do it, but that doesn't mean that I'm a procrastinator. I do stupid things sometimes. I take wrong decisions sometimes, but that doesn't mean that I am stupid. I've failed a number of times, but that doesn't mean I'm a failure. But the minute I decide to say, okay, you know what, because I've procrastinated, that makes me a procrastinator, that will be consistent with what I do. The minute I say, okay, I'm a failure because I failed, that means I'm going to keep failing. I'm not even going to try because I know that I'm going to fail, because that's what I've told myself. So it is consistent with our character. So what we believe is what drives us. What we believe is what keeps us going. What we believe defines the things that we're able to do, the things we decide to do, and the things that we decide not to do. So I want us to be careful about the labels we place on ourselves. So be careful about what you place on yourself, what you tell yourself you are. Okay, and also be conscious of the labels that other people place on you. So other people might see that because you have failed, therefore this person is a failure, but that's their own opinion. It's not your opinion. It's not who you are. It's not what defines you. Okay, but what you decide. So if you believe what those people have said, then that will define you. But if people have said this person is a failure and you refuse to believe it, then that will not define you in any way. Okay, so be aware of the labels other people place on you, and be aware of the labels that you place on yourself, because it is the label you place on yourself that eventually determines who you become. It determines your character, because our characters are always consistent with our beliefs. A popular quote by Mary Kay Ash, the very famous entrepreneur in America. She said, if you believe you can, yes, you can. If you believe you can't, guess what? You are also right, you can't, because it's what you believe that works for you. It's what you believe that makes you, okay? It's what determines what you become. Okay, so what beliefs do you have about yourself? Are you telling yourself that you are not capable? Do you feel that you're not capable? I remember someone telling me something, or why don't you do this, or why don't you do that? And in my head, in my subconscious, I'm telling myself, like, I don't really think I can. But then I stopped myself and said, why am I saying I can't? If you know you can't, what do you do? So if you feel that you're not capable, if you haven't got the capacity or the capability to do something, then what do you do? Okay, so if you have it in your head that you can't get this job because you haven't got the skill, or you haven't got the capability for this job, what do? You need to make yourself capable. You need to make yourself able to get that job. Okay, so what you do is do what you need to do. So get the skills that are required. Do a course if you need to. Go for a training if you need to, just to make yourself better. Okay, so that you can then be capable. Okay, some people say, oh, I'm a failure, I can't be a role model. What makes you think that you can't be a role model? Okay, so if you know that you want to be a role model, then what you want to do is work on yourself, work on your character, work on your daily life, so you can become a role model to people around you, to the younger ones around you, so people can respect you. Now, there's some people, when you ask them to do something, they will always tell you, I'm not ready. And it's okay to not be ready. There are times that you want to do something and you're not ready to take that step yet. That's fine. You might need time to prepare yourself to get ready. But you can't be in that place forever. You can't keep telling yourself you're not ready. So you're not ready. What are you doing to make yourself ready, to make yourself available to take that step? So you need to make yourself ready. I mean, I was talking about someone that asked me about something and I said, okay, I'm not capable. And there's some things also that people have asked me to do, and I've said to myself, you know what? I'm just not ready. And why am I saying I'm not ready? I need to think about it. I need to make plans. I need to ask myself, like, do I really want to do this? Do I really need to do this at this time? It might just be that it's not the right time, but when it's the right time, don't come and say, I'm not ready, because you're not helping yourself. Okay, so do you tell yourself that you're not deserving? There's some people that feel that they're not deserving of love. There's some people that feel they're not deserving of happiness. Why do you have that beliefs about yourself? Okay, so what you want to do is change your mindset. What you want to do is change your attitude and say, okay, you know what? I deserve happiness. I deserve love. I deserve greatness. I deserve all the good things that can happen in this life. I deserve the best life. I deserve the best life ever. So that's what you want to tell yourself. So you deserve more. Okay, so there's some people that have stayed in toxic relationships, in a bad state in their relationship, because they feel like, okay, I don't deserve more. Who said that to you? Why are you saying that to yourself? So that is an identity. That's something that you've told yourself. That's a belief you have about yourself, which is totally wrong. Okay, so what you want to do is change your mindset, change the belief you have about yourself from being toxic to being positive. Because, like I said, what you believe is what works for you. If you believe you are a failure, you will be a failure. If you believe that you are a success, you would succeed. And the good thing about one thing that happens with people that have this positive mindset, or people that believe they can succeed, is that they persist even beyond difficult situations. Even when it gets hard, they persist and just keep going until they have a breakthrough. I hope these tips have been helpful today. It's just a few tips just to tell you the importance of knowing who you are, the importance of giving yourself the right label, the importance of putting the right labels on yourself. I hope they have been helpful. If they have, please leave your comment in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends and family, and leave your comment in the comment section as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.